Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audio guys from Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide Anindya Banerjee. As Asian equity markets are under selling pressure, the sentiment is not looking good. There are no major cues from the world except for a report which is out from China. जिसके हिसाब से youth unemployment in China has soared due to its economic problems. Now, debt ceiling deal was struck on Sunday, so इसके लिए that's not going to be a fresh trigger. But yes, the US equities is going to open आज. And yesterday the UK markets were shut as well. तो आज Europe जब start होगा, we could see much more volatility, especially in Euro INR and GBP INR. Now, before we come to Euro INR and GBP INR, let's first talk about USD INR. तो USD INR में क्या हो रहा है? USD INR में last 2 दिन से we have seen a downward drift. जैसे कल the drift was there, then it recovered during the second half. But अगर broadly देखा जाए last 2 से 2.5 trading days में there has been a downward drift. Now the question is whether there is going to be a follow through or not. क्योंकि US bond yields are still high. The 2-year is hovering around 4.57. But एक positive news है, if it's at all a positive news, that now the odds for a rate hike from the Fed, June में जो meeting है, it's now 57%, down from nearly 70% 2 days back. But that's not enough news, because we need to see the odds drop much below 50% for the market to be confident that no hike is coming. So as of now, the market still believes there is a almost 50-50 chance of a hike and a no hike. So इसके लिए the yields have not come off. They are still holding at the high levels. So जब तक yields are higher, it's going to be supportive for the dollar index and dollar in general. So yes, situation में for USD INR to fall, it requires some heavy inflows into the Indian capital markets, right? So FPIs have been pouring in money since the early May, but that flow needs to happen, and there needs to be flows also from the FDI and other side. So capital flows needs to be strong for the speculators to ignore the global cues and go and short the USD INR. क्योंकि we have to understand one more factor. USD INR में forward premium तो almost missing है. एक month का is just at 8 paisa. Just imagine somebody who is willing to short the rupee and buy the dollar has to just pay 2 paisa a week. That's almost like trading on spot. So 82 75 and 8270 ये जो zone है, that's going to be a major resistance, and 8250 और उसके बाद 8240, these are the support levels. Now volatility has been a missing factor in USD INR for a very long time, right? So 15 से 20 पैसा on big days, that's the move that we are seeing. जैसे कल हुआ, nothing more than that. And on other days it's basically 7 to 10 paisa kind of a move. इसके लिए option sellers continue to be quite active. Though selling options is not that easy, क्योंकि dollar rupee keeps moving these 20-30 paisa every 2 or 3 days. जिससे कारण if you are selling a straddle and a strangle with such low premiums, you don't have the great odds of making money. So it's almost like 50-50, making money and not making money, unless you are looking to adjust your positions actively. So it's a very tough trading environment. But for the day 75-80 के आसपास अगर futures आता है, then one can look to short with a stop above 90, 82-90, और नीचे में 50-55 के आसपास there's going to be a strong band of support. Cross currencies में Euro INR and GBP INR is expected to see much more volatility. Kal it was largely quiet because the UK markets were shut and then the US markets were shut. GBP INR options we are seeing a lot of volume, so keep an eye on that. And GBP INR options is a good way to trade the GBP INR, but ensure that your position size is small so that the impact cost is low. BB volumes are coming, but it's not as high as it is in dollar rupee. It's nowhere near USD INR, but early days volumes are coming. If you want to trade GBP INR using options, do smaller lots like 10 lots, 15 lots, 20 lots, max 25 lots, not more than that. So that will be one place. Now Yen INR has also seen a lot of downward move, and we could continue to see a downward move in Yen INR as well. And most importantly, what we are seeing today is the Chinese currency is weakening. Now that is one factor I would like to keep a watch. इसके लिए when I was talking about USD INR, I sounded a word of caution कि जिस हिसाब से globally dollar is rising, for USD INR to ignore that, it will be a difficult task. So keep that in mind. So इसके लिए before I conclude, 82.50, 55 on the futures is a major band of support. Closer to 82.80 is the resistance. So you can scalp between that, sell near 80, buy near 55, that you can do. But maintain proper stop losses. So that's it folks, this is Anindya Banerjee signing off. Have a fantastic day ahead.